how am I going to get this line off of me? And what happened when you got a telephone pole and you got a guide wire, the guide wire broke, so the pole was leaning, which made these lines swoop. And I was at the very low point of it. The line was about 30 inches off the ground. And so I looked down to my right, and these lines went to a field pump. And a field pump is what pulls water out of out of the fields whenever they're planted. On the helicopter flight was, but probably 30 minutes. I don't even know. And once we got in the air, I remember me asking the nurse, like, why are we going to Nashville? I don't understand. And she said, everything's going to be okay. That's all she would say. And so she went on and prepped me and got me ready for surgery in the helicopter. And I remember her putting a cath in me. And I remember when they cathed me, looking at my urine looked like Dr. Pepper. I wake up laying flat on a bed, strapped down because of my fracture in my neck and my back. Had no idea that I didn't have hands. And I remember asking for my dad to come in the hospital room, and my dad wouldn't come in there by himself. So him and my mom came in, and basically my dad told me, he said, Jason, I don't know how we're going to get through this, but he said, I know that you're a fighter, and I know we've always had faith in one way or another. We're going to get through this. I don't know how. And he said, Jason, your kids are here, and I want to bring them in your room to see you. And I said, I don't want them in my room. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, well, I got no arms, for one. They're going to be scared. I got tubes hanging out of my arms. I got a feeding tube. I got catheters. I got heart monitors. I got wound vacs. I got, they had to do a skin graft. My whole entire right arm was skin graft. I'm like, hey, man, what's up? He was like, hey, did you know that they came out with a new bionic hand? And I said, yeah, but my insurance won't buy it for me. I already got this one, And he said, well, I just called the company, and I told the company that if they want their name mentioned on Hawaii 5-0 on national TV, they are to send you this new hand. And they accepted to do that. And I was like, are you kidding me? He's like, no, dude, you deserve it.
I want to ask, can you show your bionic hand again?
Yeah.
So, can you move it? Like, Can we see?
So it opens and closes off my muscles.
Okay.
And I also have wrist rotators, so that's a totally different muscle. So I can turn it either way. It doesn't matter. I can also stall fingers out, so I can, point. I can go into grips. So it does all that stuff. I have wrist, so I can bend my wrist.